Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Wishing you all a happy Dhanteras. So let's get started with today's video. Today's video is all about pivot table actions. I will walk through all the three options, all the three functions, that is clear, select and move. So before starting into the video, in today's video, in case you missed my previous videos on the pivot tables, importance of tables, and also I explained about the pivot table fields that are filters, columns, rows, and values. In case you missed watching these videos, then please go and watch it. I will drop the videos in the iCard, right? So yeah, let's get started with today's video. So in today's video, we will discuss about the actions menu under pivot table analyze button. So here you can see, if I click outside, there are no other tabs, right? And there are no additional tabs added here, right? But if I click on anywhere in the pivot table, you can see two new tabs have been added here, right? So that is how you identify if it is a pivot table or not, right? So let's click on the pivot table analyze button, and here you can see under the pivot table analyze ribbon there is a actions menu here, right? So today's topic is all about actions menu. We will discuss the three options, that is clear, select and move pivot table, right? So the first option is clear, right? Clear pivot table. So as the name tells you, it is clearing the fields or formatting the data in your pivot table, right? So under clear we have two options. One is clear and another one is clear. One is clear all and another one is clear filters. Let us look at the first option, which is clear all. So as the name defines, clear all is nothing but it will, if you select this option, entire data in your pivot table will be clear, which means Excel will clear all the data, and you need to start the pivot table from the scratch, right? So let us see how this option works. So if I click on clear all, you can see entire data in your pivot table has been vanished, right? You need to start the pivot table from the scratch, right? So that is how you can use that clear all option. Now let me press Ctrl Z, right? That is clear all option. Now let us look at the second option, which is clear filters. So clear filters will only reset the filters that are applied currently on this pivot table, right? But it will not remove the filter settings here, right? So uh, you may think that pressing clear filters will remove the filter settings here. No, but it will only reset the current filters which are applied in this pivot table, right? For example, if I click on this filter, there are two filters applied in this pivot table. One is approved and lost, right? Now, if I click on this clear filters, what it will do is it will reset the filters and it will select the default option, which is all here, right? So let us see how this works. So I'm clicking on the clear filters option, and you can see the changes that will happen in this data here. So I'll click on the clear filters option, and you can see Excel has cleared my filters, and now the default is selected here, right? So that is how you can use this clear filters option, right? Now this is all about clear. Now let us move to the select pivot table. So this the name tells that it will select the data in your pivot table, right? So let us click on this, and here you can see we have four options. uh, so currently these three are not highlighted, because once we select the entire pivot table, then all these three options will be highlighted, right? So let us look at the entire pivot table. So if I click this entire pivot table, Excel will select my entire pivot table here, right? So let us click on this, and you can see Excel has sorry. So let me select this. Right, Excel has selected my entire pivot table here, right? So that is the use of this entire pivot table option. Now you can see these three features got enabled here, right? Now let us look at one by one. Now if I want to select only the labels here, right? So if I want to select the only labels here, so I can click on the label section, and you can see only the labels are selected, right? But if I want to select the only values here, then you can select the values option, and you can see all the values got selected, right? But if you want to select the entire both labels and values, then you can select this option, which is also equal to this option, entire pivot table, or this one, right? So that is how you can use this select pivot table options, right? Either you can select entire pivot table, or just values, or just labels, right? So you may ask, why can't we select the same thing using our cursor? Yes, you can absolutely do it. There is no wrong. It is just that Excel is giving us the options to utilize this. We are using this option, or else you can even select the data using your cursor, right? So you can also do it manually. It's up to us how we utilize this actions menu. You can even use the navigations to select the data here, right? So since we have two options, either the manual way, or you can use this actions menu, it is up to us to use any options. Any way it is going to select the data, right? Right, now let us move to the third option, which is move pivot table. So as the name defines, what you selecting this option will move your pivot table from one location to another location. Either it could be on the same worksheet, on the existing worksheet, or it could be on the new worksheet as well, right? So let us see how this option works. Now I will click on the move pivot table option, and you can see a new dialog box has opened here. Now here you can select any of this option. Now first let us go with the existing worksheet. Now suppose I want to move my entire pivot table from this location to this location here, right? Now I selected this location, and I will click on OK. And now you can see my pivot table has been moved from this location to this location. Now suppose if I want to bring it back to my default location, right? Then again you can follow the same step. Go to the move pivot table and select this cell here, cell reference here, and then click on OK. And you can see my pivot table has again got back to its normal position, right? So that is how you can use this option. But if you want to move the pivot table to the entire new worksheet, then you can use this new worksheet option, right? So that is how you can use all these three options. Clear is for removing or formatting the fields. Select is for selecting the values or the labels, and move is to move your entire pivot table to a new or existing worksheet, right? So these are the three options under the action menu. I hope you understood the usage of these three functions. So if you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section. I will answer them. And if you find if you find the video to be informative and useful to you, then please consider subscribing to my channel so that I can make much more interesting videos on Excel. Thank you.